Hello, I hope you're all doing well. Today will be another Genshin stream, but I need to get up early, so it's just gonna be a very quick, short stream. I hope you enjoy regardless. Let me quickly boot this up. That opening was a lot more solid than yesterday's. I'm learning chat. Alright. As you probably read in the title, we're gonna do CYNOS Story. I already started it. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish this tonight. We'll see though. I hope everything's good and we can get started. This one, yes. Yes, I want to just do this.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
Alright. Shh. Hopefully will sound alright. I haven't done this mission for a while, so I can't remember where I'm supposed to go. Oh no. Huh? Am I supposed to go higher? Oh, right there, right there. Oh my god, I'm blind.
So hot. If only there was some shade for us to cool off under.
We still have a long way to go, so you'll need to hang in there for a while longer. This is not a good place to rest anyway.
Okay. But don't you feel hot too, Cyno?
Of course, but I'm accustomed to these conditions.
'Cause he's always so hot.
Care to share any tips? Paimon's about to melt away.
Just try to stay focused. Use your willpower to support your mind. The moment you start to give in is when you'll feel more tired. Take one step after another. Don't let your mind perceive your body's limitations. We must get somewhere safe before we can relax.
Okay, if you say so. But where would be a more safe place to rest? Paimon thinks this is a perfectly safe place to stop. Just look around, it's just sand and desert. There aren't any monsters for miles around. Whoa! Where did these scorpions come from?
Watch out. Something's not right about them.
Time for retribution!
Well, Paimon really didn't
Those weren't just normal scorpions, see? There are marked numbers on their pincers. They were raised by someone.
Oh. So, did someone try to attack them?
Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. These scorpions were sent to keep us away. We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see. If we were killed out here, nobody would ever know.
This place is super dangerous. Good thing we didn't let our guard down.
Something's not right. There are no roads in the desert, so how could they know where we are? Stay still. Here's the answer. They must have planted this on
Wait,
you.
what? When did that happen?
Huh? What is it?
A miniature tracking device made by the Ksharwar. They can use this to discern your approximate location. But this device wasn't licensed for mass production. Where did they get it? Could someone from the Ksharwar also be involved? But that doesn't seem right.
Whoa! Paimon never knew that kind of thing even existed! Why would it be on her?
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our fight with the mercenaries earlier.
Oh my.
It was a frantic fight. It's only natural you didn't notice the device.
Well, good thing you were able to find it, Cyno. Now let's get rid of it.
No. Hold on to it for now. It might still be useful for us. Let's keep heading to the auction. It would be dangerous to linger here any longer.
They're back again! How many of them are there?
Power for what?
Judgment is upon you!
Weird. Is this where the auction is? Yeah, not a single soul. Maybe they're on break right now or something.
We didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. They shouldn't have been able to give any warning of our arrival. But even so, they still knew we were coming. Someone here must have been watching the tracker and warned everyone to clear out.
These guys seem pretty smart.
Aw, what should we do now?
We searched the area. They couldn't have moved all the knowledge capsules so quickly. There might still be something left for us to find.
All right, let's take a good look around the area.
I'm slowly beginning to remember what happened in the story. They're trying to hunt down the people that are spreading the knowledge capsules on the market. So I remember that. And we went to what's her name? Dora? We went to her to ask for information. She stopped selling because there was too much on the market. That's all I remember. Oh, didn't someone like give a warning or something? The scattered footprints have not been completely buried by the wind and sand, but it is impossible to speculate on the direction of the merchants escaped from the footprints. Oh. The sumpter beast is drinking water leisurely and seems to be completely unaffected. But what does that say?
Did you find anything?
No, nothing in particular.
It's possible there weren't many knowledge capsules containing info about the Court of Desolation, so they carried those off. But don't worry. I have another idea. You two start heading back the way we came. I will remain hidden here. Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will come up by then. They packed up in a hurry and didn't have time to carry off all their goods. They won't just leave them here. Once they think we've left the premises, they'll be back to pick up their belongings. We just need to make sure the tracker goes far enough from here to make them assume that it's safe to come back.
Oh,
And that's when
Paimon
CYNO will
gets it.
attack them.
We'll lure them out because they'll think we've left. Okay, we'll start heading away and leave this place to you.
Yes, and don't worry. If they dare to return, I'll make sure they stay.
I think we'll probably be busier or easier if I teleport to there. Give me 1 second, I'm just gonna go and plug in my phone.
Ugh, so tired. We've probably gone far enough now, right? Yay. Let's rest for a little while before we go back to find CYNO. It's probably about time for us to head back to the auction. Let's go. Maybe CYNO's finally found some leads.
I still can't remember what the auction is though. Is it like, I don't know. I'm sure I'll eventually figure it out. This is what happens when I play little bits every so often, so I don't remember anything about the stories.
Oh, looks like CYNO caught someone. So you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya? All right, tell Paimon everything you know.
I don't know, it kind of seems like he has nothing to do with this. It's better on his stance and facial expression.
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. Rather, I laid low and observed for a while instead. He is not the primary instigator, but he is most likely
maybe
one of the
not?
more important dealers here.
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, CYNO. If I had any idea you were still around, I wouldn't have gotten so greedy.
Huh? Greedy? What do you mean by that?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Obviously, there wasn't time to pack up everything. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back and take what I could. You know, free merchandise is good business, but I suppose there's no use explaining it now.
Wait, what? Free merchandise is good business? Did it not belong to him? Was he trying to steal it?
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct? Will you tell us willingly? Or do I need to make you talk?
No, I'll talk. But before that, perhaps we can take the conversation elsewhere? If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put both me and my family in danger.
All right. Where do you suggest we go?
How about my home in Aru Village? It should be safe there.
Fine. Let's head out. You can throw away the tracker now, traveler.
I don't know. I don't trust this guy. Feel like maybe
Listen,
he's
buddy, you
doing
better
this to
not try to trick us.
Oh
Come
no.
on now.
Which mission? A toast to victory. Ah, it's the main story. Okay, well, I guess I can do this then. I have no choice. That sucks, but oh well. Ooh, I probably definitely will not finish CYNOS Story then today.
It's been a while since we last visited Aru Village. Ah, there's Cyno!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
Mm-hmm. And Tanari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King
yeah, I was about
Deshret's
to guess him.
blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And, huh? Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the
Damn it,
academia.
Rowan. You're gonna get us in trouble.
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
Oh, tell us everything.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity. I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying
What?
now.
I don't. I have no idea what she's saying.
What do you mean?
Oh my god. Me and Paimon are so alike.
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Oh, that's cute.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people.
For a second there, I
That
thought
is
she
the
said she
true
was
meaning
only
of
going to teach us
education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night.
Yeah, it's sweet of her to teach them.
The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
But it's true.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Setaria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Setaria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become. Setaria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
I feel kind of bad for her since the Traveler is the one that caused that, but I guess it liked it something good.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord CYNOS told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Lord CYNOS helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Rahman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with CYNOS.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for CYNOS and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Setaria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert.
Wow.
Remember these words.
Things are looking well for them.
Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating CYNOS' reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast?
He doesn't sound impressed.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, CYNOS. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
Oh, don't be so grumpy.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord CYNOS. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Setaria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Cyno, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Okay, can I go back? Nope, I still can't go back to the other mission. Oops. Wrong button. 2 days later? Oh, that's so long. Okay. 1, 2. Oh my god, you can only do that much at a time? Oh. Come on, hurry up, hurry up.
Today's the big day.
Oh, okay,
Let's go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration.
Okay, now can I do another mission? Yes, I can, dude. Ugh, that was close.
Dad, you're back. Oh, we have guests? Hi there.
This is my daughter, Seemin. She can be a little shy of strangers. Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
Is he trying to get sympathy out of us? Not work on me. I don't like kids.
Everyone knows Cyno in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see Cyno, the lone operator, working with any partners. When I saw the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed. But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can. You should abandon this investigation.
No, you're not getting us that easy.
Why's that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens, if not hundreds of people. Massive profits have brought everyone together in this business. Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. It will be a long and difficult fight, even for you, Cyno. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you. If anything, you yourself might even feel remorse. Why are you so bent on putting us out of business?
I mean, he is making me feel bad now, but, like, doesn't it need to be stopped? Because the canned knowledge is dangerous?
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain mine.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests. Thank you.
Don't mention it. And, I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little tastier.
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next time.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to be the case for you.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I was hoping to ask you for a favor. My daughter was born with a chronic disease,
God.
so she has a relatively weak heart and lungs. Even slightly strenuous exercise can cause her to faint and prove to be a life-threatening risk. That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her room most of the time. She has to take lots of medicine, and it doesn't come cheap. As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and travel all around to make a profit. But the Mora was still nowhere near enough. I could only watch my daughter's health deteriorate day by day. Until one day, someone reached out and showed me a way to really make a profit.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the Mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. Nothing made me happier than seeing her get better.
No.
There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you,
God.
but to us, it's a means of survival. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please, stay out of this, Cyno. Give us a way to survive.
I mean, isn't there something else they can maybe do?
Oh no.
I
That
feel
means
so
that
bad.
if we prevent the sale of canned knowledge, his daughter will...
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child, but I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling. These are two completely different issues.
I somehow knew you would say that. But having your word to help my daughter is enough for me. Since you insist on continuing the investigation, you should have a look around the back of my home. You'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will become clear to you once you see them.
Whoa! Look at all
Ooh,
of
the
this!
purple one.
Yes, all neatly packed away and organized in boxes. To think that this is only one dealer's worth. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the academia have a hand in this? But such a volume of goods wouldn't be able to slip through inspection.
I don't know. I hope it's not someone in academia.
Huh? Look! These seem different from the other knowledge capsules we've seen. Maybe they contain knowledge about the Court of Desolation.
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this?
A marking?
Yes,
You mean the
it's
cloth?
a Matra seal, indicating that the goods have passed Matra inspection.
Wait,
I
what?
started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. But how they could ship so much canned knowledge out of the academia was still a mystery. The pieces have now all fallen into place. With this Matra seal, goods can leave the academia without undergoing a second inspection.
How does a Matra seal get on them, though?
No wonder they don't want me to investigate. It turns out that a Matra is behind this.
Oh, that makes sense.
Even I find it hard to believe.
Ooh.
Could I ask you for a favor, Traveler? Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge regarding the Court of Desolation originated from research files stored within the academia. If we can enter the repository, we can find out who accessed these files. But, considering my current status, if I suddenly show up at the academia now, it will only draw unnecessary attention.
Sophia wants us to do it.
You'll need to be the one who checks the
I
records.
thought so. I thought so.
I'll write a letter to Nabil, and he'll take you there.
Sure thing! Leave it to us!
I'll also keep working here in the meantime.
Leave it to me.
Although our leads are all currently pointing to someone within the academia, it's obvious that they also have power outside of it. We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations. You can come find me anytime if you uncover more info.
This one. Boss man, at your service. Let's do this. Oh god, I gotta go to bed soon. Just a little bit more though. Just a
Hello,
little bit more.
we meet again. Have you managed to find CYNO? If so, how's he doing? I read the letter and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious. Sorry. Had I known it would be so dangerous, I never would have gotten you two involved.
It's alright. We wanted to help CYNO too.
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research files stored away in the restricted repository are far from ordinary. Everything there is essentially about dangerous research that's forbidden
It's
by
not
the
good.
academia.
That would be very bad if that got out.
Even I don't usually have authorization to enter. But with this letter from CYNO, it shouldn't be a problem. That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to research. They encourage scholars to conduct all kinds of studies. However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. Normally, after some particular research becomes prohibited, the majority of the related files will be destroyed. But some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Such information is kept in the restricted repository, which is heavily guarded. Follow me, I'll show you. Hopefully, we'll find the answers that CYNO is looking for.
The restricted repository. Sounds kinda dangerous. We'd better keep an eye out.
Is that maybe what the purple stuff is?
Okay, I understand. Since CYNO is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information regarding the Court of Desolation. Ask me if you have any questions.
He has an interesting voice.
But I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. Sometimes the less you know, the better.
So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few who I feel could be trusted with a real secret. CYNO happens to be one of them. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts as well.
Are the Mahamatra and the academia connected? Like, are they like... How do I explain it? Are they two completely separate things that just work together sometimes? Or is like the academia part, or is the Matra part of the academia? Because I'm unsure if this takes place before or after he gets reinstated.
The files are over there. Just make it quick.
I don't know. Oh god. I'm not reading all that.
Whoa.
I'm way too lazy.
There's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet? Huh. It reminds Paimon of CYNO's former partner.
Who?
His former partner. That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off. Mortada Radkani was Taj's only son.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation?
Why do you sound so surprised? You're a Matra, aren't you?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison. It's not just me. I bet even CYNO didn't know about it.
No. Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life not long after he went to prison.
So it CYNO
You've heard about Taj,
partner
right?
That's
I know Nabil has.
Spreading the
Every
capsules?
Matra knows him. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He is a man of integrity and honesty, and has made countless achievements. His reputation goes back a long way now. He used to be CYNOS' only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm, so the two of them used to practice together when they weren't out on a mission.
Ah, right. I heard Cyno mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire from active duty and transfer to an administrative position. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada incident.
Taj was already
Probably.
very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the Academia, everyone had high expectations of him. He had to face a lot of pressure. Then he had an unpleasant
can
dispute with
imagine
his
that.
father, but they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had reconciled, Mortada was caught studying the Court of Desolation, which is in violation of Academia rules. Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. He begged for leniency, but Taj wouldn't agree. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl. By the time Taj arrived at the scene, it was already too late. He never had a last chance to see his son.
Poor Taj.
Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I guess that's why he chose to move to administrative work.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for Taj. I've never heard him mention that to anyone.
That's awful. Paimon feels terrible now. Are you okay, Traveler?
Wait, don't tell me you're starting to suspect Taj now.
I mean, he has a motive.
Impossible. Taj would never do that. I mean, yes, he does have a big reputation and has access to such research, but this is Taj we're talking about.
I don't know.
He would never do anything against regulations. Never.
I think anything's possible.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the Academia, then Taj is indeed a suspect. Because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original researchers were put behind bars. It's hard enough just trying to make sense of these files. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately. By doing so, one could restart the research outside the Academia without anyone ever noticing.
But even so,
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life and death, or even bring the dead back to life, right? So maybe Taj is trying to bring Mortada back. Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. It's the job of the Matra to find the truth and track down criminals.
Do
you have any questions?
I guess we'll have to see
If not,
who the
it'd be best if you would leave now.
culprit is.
Paimon's kinda confused. What should we do from here?
oh, now that I think about it, Cyno suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the Academia, right? There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Maybe we could try asking people around the gate of the Academia and see what we can find. Don't worry, Tosh. I won't let your reputation be tarnished.
I don't know. I feel like it's
Alrighty then.
too
Let's
much
go
faith
ask
in the guy.
around.
But the answer is to something to learn about some other day. Because I need to get to bed. I haven't even been alive for an hour, but it's almost 10 o'clock and I need to get up at 6 tomorrow. So I'll have to end there. Too bad. I was really hoping I would finish CYNOS mission, but I'm not that surprised. That I didn't get through it all. Oh well. Right. Even though it was short, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. Hopefully. See you.